Hey everybody, welcome to another review on my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some knockoff brickheads based on the characters from Breaking Bad. This set comes with a total of 401 pieces and is recommended for ages 6 and up. And we're going to kick things off by taking a look at Walter White. And for an unofficial product, I do feel like this build is rather good. And you can see that Walter White is decked out in his yellow hazmat suit, which is primarily yellow, but I do like that little bit of white running down the middle just for that little bit of contrast. You can also see that Walter is rocking his glasses, which is a pretty iconic part of the character. I also like the attention to detail of making the character's hands blue to represent the gloves that they wear. And as we start to make our way around to the back of the figure, you can see that they also included a couple pieces to represent the hood of the hazmat suit. I also want to praise the build from a design perspective as it's very tiled off and smooth, which in my opinion makes it feel a little bit more like an official brickhead than a knockoff product. And as we start to make our way around to the other side of Walter here, you can see that there is a tiny piece there to represent his ears, and they also used a lipstick piece for the frame of the glasses, which I think works rather well for what it's trying to do. Lastly, if you haven't been able to notice, Walter does come with a gas mask on top of his head, which again I think is a pretty cool looking detail. The other figure that comes in this set is Jesse Pinkman, and the design for this figure is largely the same when compared to Walter White. The build for the gas mask and hazmat jumpsuit are exactly the same, so the only thing that's going to make this figure different is the face. But I don't want that to take away from the fact that I also think that this is a pretty impressive looking figure. As we take a look at Jesse from the side, you can see that there is a little bit of colored detail for the character's hair, although I do find it a little awkward how it goes from a studded to smooth surface when turning him around to the back. But as you can see, the detail for the back of the hazmat jumpsuit is exactly the same, and Jesse also comes with blue hands to represent gloves, which again I just think is a really cool detail. And as we start to make our way back to the front of the figure, you can see that he does come with a different face as well, which is to be expected as this is a completely different character. But I do think that the detail that is there looks rather good, and I think it's a pretty solid figure overall. The gas mask that is on top of the character's head does have a little bit of articulation, but this is to get the angle of the gas mask sitting on top of the character's head and isn't really a play feature. The design for the gas mask I do feel like is rather solid for what it is, but I will say that as I was building both of the gas masks, they did fall apart in my hands as it is a rather fragile build. But that's primarily due to the building technique, and once you have them built, they're relatively sturdy and I haven't had any issues since. This set also comes with a small table build that has various accessories on it. And while this is a nice addition to the set, I suppose, it doesn't really add a lot of value for me personally. Here's a look at Walter and Jesse next to some official brickheads. And again, I have to praise the design of these guys because I feel like they fit in relatively nicely and it's hard to tell the difference between the two. You can see when comparing them to official brickheads though that the base of these characters is a little bit taller than that of official products. Here's another comparison of them when compared to other unofficial products. And again, I feel like they fit in relatively nicely and they look pretty good. This set does come with an instruction booklet that I do feel like is rather high quality. It's very similar to LEGO instructions and I did find them to be relatively easy to read. So if you're a LEGO building veteran, you're going to feel right at home. I got this set off of Temu a couple months ago and honestly I forget how much I paid for it. But I do like this product overall and I think paying anywhere from $15 to $20 could be considered reasonable. Thank you guys so much for watching my review, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more brick built content in the future.